One of the biggest challenges with marketing automation today is everyone is doing exactly the same thing: email. In fact, if you listen to the radio for a couple of hours today, you'll hear companies advertising the power of email marketing. If anything, that ought to tell you how far behind the curve you are if you're still relying on email as your primary mechanism for delivering information or staying in contact with your customers. But I am the last one to claim that email is dead. It's still an integral part of our communication as a society, but it's gummed up because there are so many messages your prospects and customers receive each day. There are Facebook notifications, Twitter updates, Pinterest, Instagram, bank notice, bill reminders, and on and on. And that's for customers who don't use email for work. The best we've seen for cutting through the clutter with important emails is to couple them with an offline media, which requires good timing, or SMS. In order to use this strategy, you need to have customers opting in to receive SMS messages from you, which can be done by them texting to your phone number with one of your keywords, or by completing a web form or order form where they give you permission to send them SMS. In both cases, you need to let them know standard text message rates may apply. So one way I've seen this done is, like I said, with offline media. So we use a greeting card that references an email. And then we see the reading and the message delivered in the email, which could have a link to some other online resource like a video, be much more effective. The problem with this strategy is timing. You really have to nail it. If not, then they could get the card well before or after, or not see the email at all because it was already buried. So that's one thing to look out for. I will give a little antidote here. There was a gentleman that I know in England, and he was on somebody's email list, and he'd kind of gotten to the point where he'd kind of start to filter those emails. And so he really wasn't looking at them or reading them at all. Then he got a postcard relating to an upcoming event that this person was doing, whose list he was on. And because he got that postcard, he did not attend the event because the event was in the US and he wasn't planning on going to the US at that time. But because of that postcard, he did start reading the emails, and because he read the emails, he ended up buying something in that next week. So this was a case where offline prompted reading of emails, which prompted then the purchase of a product. Is sending a text message a few minutes after you know the email's been delivered to their inbox. So step one, send the email, and then about 15 minutes later, have the text message go out. So this is the strategy in order to get people to open up your email if you have an email that's really important. Now, you don't want to use this all the time because obviously it will deflate the value of it because people will become immune to it. But this is a good strategy for getting a key email open by combining email and SMS. Another way that we have users of Fix Your Funnel maximizing SMS as an additional media touch is after a purchase, then they'll send a confirmation via SMS to let them know, hey, your order's been completed and expect your package shortly. That's a good way to confirm you have their cell phone number for future communication. Finally, the last strategy I want to share with you today is another one that is very popular with SMS in terms of keeping your customer in the loop, is when your product ships, to go ahead and send an SMS with values merged in that would give them more information about their shipping via SMS. That keeps people in the loop, and the more that you can communicate with people in the media that you know they're going to see what you're sending them, the more powerful your relationship is going to be with your customers. So people really appreciate this. This is sort of going the extra mile. And when you do that, like I said, it forms a greater relationship with your customers because they know that you care about their experience. If you have ways that you're using SMS, I'd love to hear about them. As you know, we have a report with 21 ways that people are using SMS today. Keep an eye out for those videos as they're coming out, where I show exactly how you can implement that strategy using Fix Your Funnel. And like always, if you ever have any questions about how to utilize the services, just give us a call. We'd love to support you. Until next time, this is Ryan Chapman with Fix Your Funnel.